everyone, it's your girl Jane. Welcome to Daily Dose, a show where we talk about the hottest topics in K-pop. Where today, this is all just the publicity stunt. I gotcha. So on September 14th, it was reported that SNSD Taeyeon and EXO's Baekhyun have broken up. And although this is a sad occasion, when I read that news, I could hear the cheers of fangirls and fanboys everywhere. Now, while this news is really sad, and I'm hoping they're not having too hard of a time getting over it, I don't think I could report on this without mentioning the fact that there's a lot of people who think this news is fake. And by fake, I'm not talking about the people who think that they secretly are still dating, or the people who think that they were never really dating in the first place. I'm looking at you, Taeyeon stands and Chanbek shippers. I'm referring to the fact that some people believe that they actually broke up a long time ago and the news of the breakup was delayed. Now, if it's just that the news was delayed, I actually have to applaud SM. I mean, if the breakup news was announced right when it happened, imagine how hard it would be for Taeyeon and Baekhyun to get over it, being constantly reminded about it via the media while the wound is still fresh. By delaying the news, it kind of gave them time to heal on their own before it became a front page story. However, a lot of people are speculating that the reason that the news was delayed was so it could be used for publicity stuff. Now, as many of you probably know, Taeyeon is not the first SNSD member to announce a breakup this year. In May, it was announced that SNSD's Tiffany split from 2PM's Nickkoon, and in August, it was announced that Yoona had split with actor and singer Lee Seung-gi. Now, what's suspicious is that both of these announcements occurred right before SNSD's promotions this summer. Tiffany's being before they started promoting their single Party, and Yoona before they started promoting their double title tracks Lionheart and You Think. Now, while SNSD promotions for this year seem to be over, Taeyeon is releasing a solo album soon. So a lot of people are speculating that the release of this statement now was to create buzz around that. Now, in my opinion, I don't think we were ever given a correct timeline in the first place. If you were to go back and read the reports breaking the news that Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Yoona were in relationships, you would basically notice they were like copies and pastes of each other. One thing that particularly caught my eye was that each report stated that each girl had been dating secretly for about 4 months before it being revealed. What are the odds of all of them getting caught right at 4 months of dating? Girl. So it's not that far-fetched to assume that the news of them breaking up was reported in a strategic way as well. And honestly, if that's the case and it wasn't against the will of the girls, then like more power to them. Because I remember when this news of them dating was released, especially when it came to Taeyeon, there was a lot of backlash. So I think it's really fair that they can flip the script and use the breakup to their advantage. Either way, I wish Taeyeon and Baekhyun the best. And I know I talked about this a bit before, but I'm actually kind of curious as to whether they'll gain back the fans that they lost when it was announced they were dating. I mean, if you think about it in a simple way, fans that left because they were dating would come back now that they're single. But in my opinion, a lot of fans who liked them for delusional reasons, like wanting to date them, kind of thought of them as this pure, unattainable, innocent idol who would never date anyone and only loves their fans and only could have affection for their fans. And even though they're no longer together, that doesn't change the fact that with the news of them dating, it reveals that no, it's not this la la land. They're capable of having connections with other people. They're capable of falling in love. They're dating, whether you know it or not. And I feel like them being revealed to be dating kind of broke that whole illusion. So I don't think those fans are coming back. But on a positive note, it's kind of nice that they kind of cleansed their fandom of those fans, because now they know that the people who are here are people that are there for them, not because they just want to date them. Moving on, it was announced that one of my several K-pop husbands is having a comeback. That's right, it was announced that Taemin from SHINee is coming back once again as a solo artist. Now, Taemin, I really enjoyed Danger. I really enjoyed his solo album. A lot of times when people go solo, you can tell it's just to capitalize off their popularity, and it's kind of awkward seeing them on the stage by themselves. But Taemin, his solo was perfect, and it's almost like the way he controls the stage, similar to like Hyuna, it's like he was meant to be solo. Which is crazy because SHINee has awesome chemistry, and it's not like he particularly sticks out like a sore thumb. Kind of like how Hyuna does when she's in 4 Minute, no offense to 4 Minute fans. So anyway, I'm just really, really excited, and I'm hoping he gives another bop like Danger, because that was my jam. Last but not least, YG news, y'all. It's like a big 3 day. I did an SM story, now I'm doing a YG story. So it looks like YG's newest group, iKon, who finally made their debut with the pre-release song My Type this month, is gonna have some unexpected competition for their comeback in October. This is because YG announced that that iKon's debut, official debut, will coincide with Winner's comeback promotions. Yeah, he did that. Like, are you kidding me, YG? Like, YG, I'm sorry, no matter what you say, YG is the #1 troll of the century. We're giving it to him. It's him. Because why would you do that? Whose idea was this? Like, I know why he did it. I'm gonna talk about that later. But like, why? Why, YG? Why you keep on playing? So for those of you who might not understand why this is basically asking for trouble, come on, come take a walk with me. Come on. So Winner and iKon, originally Team A and Team B, were formed on a YG survival show where they were put through challenges, and the winner would get to debut while the loser would disband. So as you can probably guess, the boys in Winner were the winners. And even though the other teams still got to stay under YG, you can imagine that there was still some tension between the fandoms even after the show. Now, while everything was great during Winner's debut, they slayed charts, had a really popular song, had almost 1 million downloads, it was great, things turned a little sour when YG failed to give the group any promotion as a whole, like as Winner, via a single or an album or anything really musical for a whole year. Now, you're probably thinking, yo Jay, slow down. It was only a year. But with the speed at which K-pop moves, it might as well have been 5 years. You see, there's like hundreds of K-pop groups debuting every year. So even if you were able to make a splash with your debut like Winner was, if you don't build on that momentum by doing more promotions, people will eventually leave you behind and move on to something new. I mean, there's already been rumors of Winner fan sites closing. So imagine being a Winner fan, waiting for some promotions, and then you hear that iKon is gonna debut with not one, with not two, with not Trace, but 5 singles and 5 MVs to match. Basically, by the time that iKon is done with their promotions, they'll have a larger discography than Winner, who debuted a year before them. Now, on top of all this, YG, with his own mouth, dubbed iKon the second Big Bang. Big Bang is like the Jesus of YG, and like nobody can touch them. So not only is it an honor for YG to dub them the next Big Bang, but by that he's basically saying that he wants them to be the next huge thing in K-pop. So, where does that leave Winner? What do you want with them? So as you can see, there's been kind of growing tension between these fandoms already. So announcing that they'd be promoting together makes like that's awkward. Now, if you're innocent to the whole situation, you might think, but this is cute. You can see these guys interact, you can see them, fool around, and that actually may be true for the people who do stan all of them. But for others, this is basically just picking up where Win left off. You smell that? It's the smell of fan wars. Because at the end of the day, somebody has to win #1 on the music shows, somebody has to be #1 on Melon, and somebody has to be #1 on the Guy in Charts. The worst part about this whole situation is that I'm 100% certain that YG is doing this on purpose. Even though rivals are known to fuel fan wars, they're also known to fuel business. Think about it, if there's somebody that's directly pitted against your favorite idol group or your favorite thing in general, you will stop at nothing to make sure your fave comes out on top, because this time, it's personal. I mean, all you have to do is go back and reminisce what happened with Big Bang versus EXO. The crazy voting, the cheating that went on, the lies, the deceit. I mean, this is nothing new. This happens in K-pop all the time. But the catch is, this time, all the streaming, all the sales, all the money, all of it's coming back to YG. Now, if it is true, I feel really bad that it would have to come to this, because in my opinion, the YG family fandom was one of the most close-knit fandoms. I mean, the way that Blackjack's VIPs, Act On musician fans, Lee High's fandom would support each other, it was really, really admirable. It was really, really cool. But I feel like YG's kind of destroying a legacy by pitting them against each other like this. So that's all I have for today, but of course, as always, guys, I want to know what you think. What do you think's gonna happen now that Taeyeon and Baekhyun are split? And you think the news of the breakup now was a publicity stunt? What do you think about Taemin's upcoming solo? And what SM artist do you want to see go solo next? And last but not least, what do you think about this iKon versus Winner war? Do you think it's a deliberate ploy by YG? And do you think it might end up blowing back in YG's face? Let me know down below. And for more of me, make sure to check me out on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. Well, that's it for today, and see you next time on Daily Dose. Bye-bye. Bye. I mean, the way that Blackjack's VIP... Bang, bang, bang. Either way, I wish Taeyeon and Baekhyun... Why you keep on lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God.